So here we have an old abandoned hunting lodge. There's more than a few places like this around. 10 or 12 years ago, the Black Death came through here, and a lot of places like this became abandoned. Whole villages became abandoned. But it looks like it might be a good spot to spend the night. So this here's a lake that's up on top of the mountain. Very flat. Very quiet today. Not another person around for 10 miles. So I can definitely spend a couple days here. A couple days at that hunting lodge. And plenty of fresh water from the looks of it. Pretty clean. So last night, it was warm, but there was thunder and lightning, a lot of rain. So I'm glad I found that hunting lodge, because I still haven't got anything decent for shelter. So that hunting lodge was, well, that was a godsend, as they say. So I've resupplied my water at the lake, and I'm going to head down off the mountain today, and I'm going to see what there are for tracks, see if anybody's been following me or trying to follow me. I guess we will see when we get back down the other side of the mountain. So the weather is significantly better today than it was last night, and I'm making my way through the woods here. And eventually I'm going to head back out to the North Road and see what there are for travelers on the North Road, because I haven't seen an animal all day, and there's not much up here on this mountain worth using. It's just a whole lot easier to take stuff from people. Back when I was a forester, you had a couple of different kinds of outlaws. Ones I hated most were noble families that were basically criminal syndicates, and they would operate out of castles, and they would go commit pretty heinous crimes on my walk, and they would retreat back into their castles, and anytime you did catch one, they would just get cut loose. The sheriff wouldn't want to deal with it, so you could bring charges against them, but it wasn't going to go anywhere, and it wasn't good for career advancement. So as near as I can tell, my job was to terrorize and punish the peasants, so that they keep on working and they keep on farming. And little did I know I'd be outlawed. And I don't know. What can you do? What can you do? So I don't know. I don't have much use for those people anymore, and since I'm on the other side of the law, I'm going to do some things that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm back down here where I started out a day or so ago, about a mile and a half away from the North Road, which is got a fair amount of traffic on it anyway. It's a good spot to meet up with clergy and bishops running their rackets to extract from the system and take money and not really contribute too much. Those guys are pretty easy to steal from. I found some wagon tracks about 20 minutes ago, and I've been following them. They stop frequently, and that means they're moving slow, so they're probably heavily laden. So I'm going to dump my gear here and just take what I need, and I'm gonna see if I can't catch up with them. So anyway, off I go down the North Road. I haven't eaten today, but I do have half a cabbage left if it all goes south and I don't end up getting anything. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do for the better part of the afternoon. So I've picked up on the trail of somebody that's using a cart, and they're ways ahead of me, but I'm pretty sure I can catch up because carts are slow to move. But carts usually mean clergy and bishops and rich people, and they like their comfort and they like their food, and I'm pretty much just out. I got half a cabbage left. So I'm gonna follow this road and see if I can catch up on them, because it doesn't look like they're going very fast. They stop quite a bit from the looks of their tracks. But I guess we'll see what we see when I catch up with them. So just up the road, about double bow shot. There's a band of people, men in armor. Looks like there's at least 5 or 6 of them. 4 of them are kitted out in armor. They're not moving very fast. It took me the better part of half a day to catch up on them. So they're stopping a lot, and they got a cart. It's heavily loaded down with goods. I'm not sure what's in it. It's always a risk coming into contact with armed men, but I'm going to get a little bit closer while they're resting and take a look, see if I can see if they've got anything worth putting myself at risk for. So from the looks of it, they got lots of spears. They got an archer, and I have to take that out first. They got a woman with them, and some guy that's not wearing any armor. So anyway, one of them looks like he might be a knight or something, so it's probably his retinue. Yeah, they look pretty exhausted. Pretty tired, and yeah, they're going off without their water, so they left stuff behind. So I'm gonna let them get ahead, and yeah, they're leaving it. They forgot her, so I'm gonna let them get ahead by a couple 100 yards, and I'm gonna go take a look at that, see what I can see. So I am literally within 50 feet of those guys. They left behind water and some other stuff, so I filled up my water bottle. So my costrol's topped up. Thanks a lot, guys. But yeah, they're exhausted, but there's still a lot more of them than there is of me. And I don't care if they've got money or gold or anything like that. I just want some food. But I don't think it's worth exposing myself to risk 4-on-1. I could drop the archer pretty quick, but still. And I could probably outrun him. But do I really want to murder a bunch of people for food? I'll probably not. But anyway, I'm gonna check them out. I think I'm gonna take a rock, just a pebble. I'm gonna smite one of those guys in the side of the helmet. I'm gonna see how they react, and well, I'll go from there. I'll make my decision. So, I smote one of those fellers on the head with a pebble, wrung it off the side of his helmet. Didn't seem to affect him too much, but I don't know. They responded about like I thought they would. They turned around and I don't know, they didn't get a good look at me, but I don't know, I let them know that I was following with them, so I don't think I'm going to mess with them. Like I say, I'm outnumbered. Maybe I'll sneak into their camp later on at night, see if I can get something. They all look pretty tired, so I bet their watch is going to fall asleep with them. They're probably not gonna keep anybody up that long. But I'm not gonna fight them one-on-one, that's for sure. 4-on-1. The big lad there in the bright colors, he beat with the feet pretty quick. But anyway, so I run across the trail to let them know that they weren't the only ones out here. But anyway, you can't have supper, you can at least have fun. So anyway, they look kind of young and kind of tired, and I don't know what they're doing out here, but they're definitely not following me. They're not going up over waterfalls and ravines and mountains with that cart. So anyway, I guess we'll carry on, and we'll look for somebody from the clergy, because the clergy typically don't carry weapons, and they like to eat, so they probably got better quality food anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick on the road today, and I don't know, maybe you'll see somebody that is not well armed and armored and prepared, and maybe I'll take what they have, because I don't know, might as well be me that's eating as them, right? So I'm back here at one of my hides. Be a good spot to set up camp if it weren't so close to the road, but I just ran across a group of people that were pushing a cart, and from the looks of it, it was just full of gear. I'm not sure what they were doing or where they were going, but it didn't look like they were after me, and it didn't look like they had too much of value to me. I mean, they might have had some stuff, but anyway, I wasn't gonna fight with them. I wasn't gonna, pick them off one by one. I mean, I'm an outlaw, but I'm not a murderer. Well, most of the time. So yeah, I don't know, threw a rock at one of them just to let them know I was in the area, and I don't know, they snapped to pretty quick, and I just decided to let them be. And I think they're gonna have something to talk about tonight at their campfire. So maybe when they fall asleep, I'll go in and see if they've left anything out. But maybe I'll watch them a bit more from afar and just see what they're up to. I mean, they're in my woods, and it was my job at one time. So anyway, we'll see what tomorrow brings. The temperature has finally come down a little bit. It was pretty hot all day, but I'm just running around, going from hide to hide, and I still haven't found a spot to establish a semi-permanent camp. Maybe that's for the best, but I just haven't got the gear, and that means I got to move around a lot. So anyway, another day on the run here, and gonna make the most of it. Better days ahead, as Grandpa used to say, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.